Get me Marzogin chopper, or a crown beer.
Hello everyone, how you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing yeah. I don't know why I just feel so awkward right now. I just feel so awkward. Do you want to see what I'm holding? I'm holding some shiny metal stuff. I'm holding some shiny metal stuff. This is the Doom Seekers. The Dwarf and the Mountain holds Doom Goblin Slayer breathing heavily. Oh, we got they're Doom Seekers, they're Slayers, they're Dwarven Slayers, and they're called Doom Seeker Slayers. Look, we got like nunchucks, but for axes. Nunchuck axes. Can you believe it? For metal, I hate it. I hate life. I hate life. Oh, so yeah, Banry. How are you doing? But not only metal, but the hands and axis aren't attached. You do these really long, twiddly biddly bits. Yeah, they're not actually they're separate from the model. So these bits that look like they'll be really easy to break off. Yeah, they're super easy to break off. Gosh, you know how metal is. You know how metal is. I look cute doing it. Thank you. I'm sure you do too. But, oh my gosh, I hate metal. I hate metal. Like, but I regret so much trying to build that fire cannon yesterday on stream. It's like, I should have just made the flame cannon. I should have just made it myself off stream. YouTube working today. Okay, there you go. Yep. Oh my gosh, I'm silly. I'm feeling all silly, Billy. But yeah, we got stuff today. We got stuff. And this also came to... I wasn't expecting this to come today. So I've got a couple of dwarven things that we can also unbox. I'm not building these on stream for metal. Maybe we'll have a stream where we build them. Also. I hope you've noticed there's an orc and a dwarf battling on the back of a dragon. Actually, no, actually, these dwarves. He's battling on the back of a shield being carried by 3 dwarves who are carrying him while on the back of a dragon. And the orcs on the back of a dragon. Hello, Elite Trainer. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, where's my... I just realised the cupcake avatars aren't here. Cupcake avatars? Cupcake avatar, there they are. Okay, it should be coming. It should be coming. Cupcake avatars. There's one. There's me. There's me. But you look. Okay, so yesterday I showed off the resin orc model, and rather than spending hours the entire stream just trying to build him, I decided to build him off stream so I could show him off properly. Here he is. Look at him. Look at that cool head. Now it is converted. This axe is meant to be a 2-handed axe. As you can probably tell by its massive size compared to even the giant orc holding it. But I cut it off there, cut away the handle on the other hand, repositioned the hands, and added a banner shield from the Dwarf Ironbreaker set to his hand. And I gave it all some denting up and some smashing up to make it look like it's really been looted. You're cooking right now. Okay, enjoy your food. I hope you cook up a storm. What are you cooking? What are you cooking? Oh, so he's got a dwarven shield. I gave him that dwarven shield. Yeah. Oh, come on. Camera, you won't work with me, right? Right, work with me. It's because of different materials, different colours. The camera's getting confused. I've only got this one. You got this shield which is all smashed up. Zoom in like that should work, right? Come back out. There we go, see, all smashed up, all destroyed. This shield over here has a cool Celtic pattern on it. I gave him a dwarven shoulder pad, but like for art, just protection is fine, but another there. One that's a bit more damaged on the back of his head, and then I gave him a dwarf head to like hold on to in his back. Because he's already got some like other heads here. Like person's head on a spike, person's head on a spike. I can't even tell what that is. Come on, focus. Chicken curry. Oh my gosh, chicken curry. Yeah, there we go. Very dead person's head hanging off a feather that's on his own cap. Yeah. But yeah, there's a dwarven head. I decided to just give him a dwarven head also as a trophy. Because that would be good. Also, the armour on the helmet should give him some good protection, right? Right. Yeah. So that's my conversion of the model. Yum, chicken curry. I like cutting with veggies. Extra chunky the texture. Extra chunky the texture. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, this is what his name's. He's called Soggin Face Basher. That's what I called him. Soggin Face Basher. In my lore of a character, right? Hello, yes, Sick to Learn is here. Yeah, don't worry about trying to do your mod job. Just take care of yourself. Just take care of yourself. But yeah, we got Soggin Face Basher here. Yeah, I built him just before you arrived, Talan. Like for 8 minutes. It was super fast. I'm joking. I built him before the stream. But yeah, so I found 3 sets of rules, right, for the game. 8th edition, which was the last edition of Fantasy Battles. The unofficial 9th edition, which was what fans made during Age of Sigmar. And then there's a new edition, which I finally managed to find the rules for, which is Warhammer for Old World. And I've basically built for armies and so on each time within each of the things. And honestly the most disappointing one for me to get like my vision out, at least of this character, is the new version. The new version, yeah. The latest official version of the game is... It was like a lovely fellow I would discuss a lot. He'll probably love it. He's called Sog in the Face Basher. He'll bash your face in, but he'll be with a good philosophical argument. The Nurgle, bless you. I hate Nurgle. The fever. Now, if you were blessed by Nurgle, you wouldn't even notice the fever. You'd have loads of disease. You just wouldn't notice them. Actually, each one would make you feel stronger. That's the cool thing about Nurgle. But yeah. Yeah, so my entire vision for him, he blessed me wrong. My entire vision for him was to have him like in all this stolen dwarven armor. So he had like super high armor save. So in the other 2 editions, the fan edition and the 8th edition, I could give him a 1-up armor save pretty easily, right? That he could re-roll. Back in those editions as well, for higher strength, if you're strength 4, you reduced your opponent's armor by 1 point. If you're strength 5, you reduced it by 2, strength 6, you reduced it by 3, and so on and so forth. And as a strength 6 dude, because he had a chopper, who did D3 wounds multiplied and had a stomp attack and stuff, he was really powerful. He was like super unkillable. He had a 1-up save that he could reroll. And you got a headache. Oh, I'm not even feeling great either today, but I think mine's just hay fever. Yeah. Damn, if my body's sick these days. Yeah, it always seems to happen like that. I must catch illness over the internet. Yeah, but the entire point of this, right? I'll tell you this. I'll show you my vision. I'll show you the other boxes. This was the other... I'll share the rest of my vision later, because you need to see the other boxes, right? Right. But his vision was to make him really unkillable, but able to do a lot of damage fast. Like to be able to do lots of damage to a unit, getting rid of loads of dwarves, or just be able to stomp this guy's head in. I designed a specific dwarf to be able to kill him in a single turn, but we'll get to that later. Because I also built this guy today. He came with the same set, and this is a standard. I didn't really convert this guy, but you do see some extra stuff on his base, and this is because if I just place him down normally, just the tiniest tap, he falls over. Oh, it's like you place him down. He's super front heavy. The reason he's super front heavy is, you look at his base, I had to put him very far forward on his base, because when I originally placed him very central in his base so he wouldn't fall over, he couldn't stand in ranks with other characters. The banner being central meant it crossed over like this base, right in the center of the base. And over on the other side, his chopper went over the center of any base to his side. So he couldn't be placed amongst rank and file, which is what he's meant to be. My efficiency is talking like a serial
He seems to be
killer.
compensating for something with that big banner.
Yeah, compensating for the war not being big enough, yeah. Yeah, but my vision for this guy is that he doesn't need like some big tribe or anything. He just needs some small tribe. He's got like a few dozen orcs who follow him and like a couple of 100 goblins. And that's it. But he has enough stolen dwarven gear and enough trolls to be able to get through most problems. So he has to have a big banner to compensate for his tiny war. Yeah. So it's really front heavy. So it's super front heavy because if I put him further back on the base, as you'd expect, he just can't be put rank and file on. And you want from rank and file. If you look at box art, I'll show you one of the other boxes we'll be looking at today. If we look at the box art, look, they're all meant to be base to base to base to base to base. That's how the game is. And the way this is designed, it looks super cool, but the banner needs to be taller or something. Or it needs to be hung bent so it doesn't go over the edges so much, because he just can't stand next to other orcs if he's central in his base. So I did try weighting the base with bits of metal and resin and stuff over here. That's just there basically because it just slightly gives him a slight bit of height at the front, so it pushes him backwards, pushing for central gravity just behind him so he doesn't fall over normally. Here's a sailboat. He is. I mean, watch this. That's just the slightest breeze. I mean, it may be them talking or, you know, just breathing a little. No, that's not enough air, thankfully. Thankfully. Oh my gosh, don't fall over. You're not meant to. But yeah, so this model, I love it. It's look at the detail. This is like one of the later era models. Like, you can really tell it's so detailed. It's an old model still. I remember seeing these and wanting them, but I couldn't afford Forge Road prices. But honestly, it feels cheaper nowadays. Or maybe it's just because I'm not a kid anymore, so I can afford things. So yeah. I mean, it's like, look at the detail on that chainmail. That's so amazing. I mean, this is my little finger right next to it. And that's the detail on the chainmail. It's just absolutely amazing model. You can see why, like, look at his belly. Look, he's got a little pot belly. Look at his little pot belly. Come on, there we go. He's got a little hole in his armor for his belly to poke through. Such an amazing model. And similarly, this detail on this model, I covered up a little of it with my conversions. But like, he's got a little squig plate, he's got chainmail himself. The head doesn't want to focus too well. But yeah, you can see this texture. Now, a lot of artists don't like that sort of texture. They want to add the texture themselves and for painting, a little finger she imagined of his. No! It's my smallest finger, my little finger. It's just smallish. Just like, oh, see, I can't even make it taller than my other fingers. So, but yeah. This guy is so cool. Yeah, some people don't like the texture, like some of the painters and stuff. But for more amateur hobbyists like myself, I don't mind it. I like that level of detail. Oh, it's really cool, to me anyway. And it actually, I think for like people who do mostly dry brushing and use washes and dry brushing for their work, I think that's just really good. I think very textured surfaces like that are just so good for it. To catch a brush and so the highlighted parts will be more highlighted. It allows you to add more detail into your painting without actually having to improve your painting too detailed, to be super detailed. But yeah, stuff that we missed last time because it arrived today and I didn't expect Royal Mail to deliver on a Sunday because usually they don't, but they did, so. Doom Seekers arrived. Look at those Doom Seekers. You can see the reflection of my camera in there. But yeah, they seem really cool models. They look like really cool models do these things, but no. No. The metal model. Look at this long handle. I mean, look at all the little bits of the axe I'm going to have to cut off there, here, and here, around the hand too. Look at that. What is it? Is that something I'm meant to cut off? I can't tell. That's the problem. I can't tell if I'm meant to cut some of these parts off. What about that part? Okay, I'm meant to cut that part off. I don't think it's meant to have just a super long finger pointing out of his hand. Yeah, it's going to struggle trying to focus on the metal. So I've not got to try it. But the thing is, it's got this long thing with this tiny little joint where it attaches here, attaching to this tiny little ball joint there. And then it's super, super long. It's really outwards. So it's going to always catch on things and just snap right off. This model seems like the most annoying model to have. And it's okay when it's plastic, because the plastic melts together when you use proper plastic glue. Or, you know, glues that weld the plastic together. So it doesn't matter if you've got a long piece. If anything, the long piece is just going to snap It's not going to snap at where it glued together. It's going to snap at where it's finished. When it comes to metal minis, they're just going to snap where it's... You glue it together. And then with super glue, each time you need to file it down, get rid of the glue, because glue does not stick to glue. Oh, and I accidentally broke my knife. Yeah. They look mighty fragile. They are mighty fragile. Because when I originally glued him to his face, I needed to get him off his face. So I tried using my knife to cut him off, and instead it just snapped the tip off. So yeah, let me get another piece. Let me get another knife out. And we can start looking at other models.
Rin Awara joined the mix.
Oh, thank you for subscribing, Rin. Yee. Okay, I got some knives. I got some knife blades. I'm just throwing them all into my hand right now. There's one. It's stuck into my finger. It's fine. It didn't stick into my finger. Okay, so we twist this off. We take... It looks double bladed, but it's not double bladed. This is blunt on this end. Well, kind of blunt. It's still metal. It's still a point. It doesn't have a bladed edge though, like that edge. And then, no, it's not meant to be. There we go. Oops, that's a bit too. Oh my gosh, I can't feel it very well and grip very well with these gloves on. I can't get the knife just exactly how it's meant to be. Oh. If you're wondering why I have so many knife blades of this crafting knife, it's because I went through them a lot when I was doing manga and I had to constantly keep, just the thing is these do get blunt relatively quickly and they're very hard to keep sharp yourself. Because the metal is just so thin. So when I was doing manga, I was having to cut out, oh, what did we call it? Screen tone. This thing would have, you want a really sharp knife when cutting out screen tone, otherwise it starts becoming very messy. You want some very clean cuts and edges. And so it's because I just kept blunting the knife, and then when you try to sharpen them, half the time you break it. Oh, I did anyway. I was terrible at it. So yeah. So anyway, got a sharp knife now. Oh, I don't actually need that. I want to show off we got the grudge thrower. This was sold out. This is one of the reasons I had to wait for stuff, because the slayers and the grudge thrower were sold out. And here it is. At first I was looking at this thinking, oh my gosh, it's actually relatively easy to make. Look, it's just this piece, plus that piece, plus that piece, plus that piece. That's all relatively simple. They got plenty of room to get together. It's just like, oh, there we go, it's finished. It's really simple. It's not got lots of fiddly part. And then it was just like, next page, no, all of the fiddly pieces, all of the fiddly pieces all together. At least each of the dwarf and crew are, you know, singular piece models again. But yeah, just loads of fiddly bits. I got a small whetstone for sharpening. Yeah, we have one. Oh, but it's terrible. It's terrible, the small whetstone thing we had. But yeah, here's the pieces. It's a nice detailed model, if I'm honest. I think this is a really good model for being in metal. Relatively large pieces that have like some intricate patterns on them. Like out of all the metal models, I think this is one of the nicer looking ones. The kind of warped factor that you get to metal miniatures also just doesn't matter too much since it's wood. It's meant to be a wooden and metal carved thing. It makes sense to have some of that warp on it. But yeah, it's got like little rocks. There. Metal rocks. And it's got a dwarven face on it. I tried to focus on it, but it's probably not going to focus being metal. Oh. Yeah, it does not like focusing on these things. But yeah, they carve a dwarven face into all of the rocks that they fire. Why? I don't know. It doesn't seem very efficient, but Yeah, here's a free, guys. Wait, he uses a hand as a spade. Wait, no, he's got a shuffle. He's got a shuffle wrench. He's got a shuffle. Oh, I want to show this. He's got a shuffle wrench. But the shuffle is literally shaped like a hand. I bet it's a wrench of the other edge. Okay, I do not think you're going to ever be able to see that wrench. Oh, no, there it is. There it is. Wrench with a hand shuffle. Oh, my gosh. Oh, wait. The actual grudge thrower part's also, like, shaped like a hand. Like, that's a paddle that throws the rock. Oh, my gosh. And it's... Oh, I actually love those details. They did really good model design back then, but the materials they used were terrible. So yeah, it's just some metal models. Not a big fan of metal minis, but, you know. Oh, and also what arrived today with them is dice! Old world dice. The 6 is a Sigma hammer. This is a hammer of Sigma where the 6 is meant to be, not where the 1 is meant to be, as I keep trying to read it like that. And it's like, it's also got a scatter dice and a misfire dice. I actually like that misfire design. But yeah, the really cool vibrant dice. Look, you can see actually quite well for how deep. They're really cool. They're expensive, mind you. Hey, Ramon, how you doing? Yeah. Oh. So yeah. It's really cool. I love it. I love it. Let me just throw the dice back into here. That's one thing we got. I opened these off screen, but that's just because I really wanted to roll them. And secondly, I was struggling to figure out how to open it. I embarrassingly spent about 10 minutes trying to figure out how you meant to open it before I realised that what I thought was just like a label on it was actually like wrapper. It was all wrapped up. And I had to peel it away. It's like, oh, no wonder it wouldn't open. It was all wrapped. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I'm a silly person. But let's look at the art. We came here today for art, not more dwarf. And I think we'll first... I'm going to split the Orcs into separate parts because there's a lot of them. Oh, also, some bases arrived today. You know why I needed square bases from model train parts? Because I bought some, should we say some Age of Sigmar models. So, oh, this is the main thing we're looking at today. This is the main army host he has. And it has some boar chariots in it. There we go, boar chariots. Oh, this dragon's here, by the way, is because it's arriving. It's arriving. It's for him to ride. Rawr. Yeah. Me just knocking around expensive resin models. I imagine certain Warhammer people would be very upset at me for that. Yeah. Well, this is an old model. This one I've had for literal years, just hidden away in, you know, cupboards. Don't know. Oh, but don't fall off there, you silly egg. But yeah, I get into why I got that model out later. It's all to do with the new game versus the old game. Ah, nice new sharp knife. I cut through the plastic easily. Let's look at the sprues. Look, banner, tiny banner. Look, that's not compensated. That's not compensating enough. They need bigger banners. They need bigger banners. Oh, actually, it does have a cool other type of banner there. Yeah. Oh my gosh, my OBS is being weird. OBS, stop it. Stop it, OBS. Thank you. But yeah, is this just an Orc boy? I think this is an Orc boy command sprue. Then this is some bases, some for set. I'll put them to one side. Oh, these are the bases for the chariots, and this is a chariot. Oh, that looks like just a spatula. I got a spatula. I think that's meant to be the main base of a chariot. It just looks like a spatula, and there's some little wooden burgers for you to spatula. Oh, there's some other tiny shields. I think they're for goblins. And they got some cleavers, some for orcs. And some of these orc heads are funny. Look at that guy. Look at this guy's head. Oh, look at that guy. Look at, he looks like he's wearing a nightcap. A nightcap. And that guy's grumpy. And that guy's, oh, this plastic's a bit messed up here. That needs to be broken off. Let me get at it. There we go. Oh, some spiky shoulder parts. Some cool legs. Oh, why? I don't know why all orcs are hunchback in Games Workshop models, in orc models and stuff, but they are. Warhammer likes that. Oh my gosh, I love that club though. Look at that spiky club. Look at that spiky club. Then you have another sprue of a chariot. Oh, this is how they do the bars. The bars are just by themselves, just tiny little things. Oh my gosh, is this how old the model is? Look at that. How old is this? 1993. I knew they were old, but I didn't think they were that old. The bars are from 1993. How old? They're 30. What? These bars are older than me. They're older than me. Like super old. They're ancient. They could be like hag VTubers. They're like twice as old as my audience. 3 times as old. Oh! I thought this was like for a shield, but I guess it's a shield, and you take like choose one of the things to put on the shield, so you can have like the sun, the squig sun, the squig sun. Meet the squigsons. They're the greatest family in history. Okay, I've only got like other cool things. Like old plastic. Does that have an ancient plastic smell? I'm pretty sure it's probably a modern print. It's probably, the print is probably only a few weeks or months old. But I imagine, but the design is apparently from 1993. Oh, so there's more of those shields in here. There's 32 orcs, I've heard, and there's 40 goblins. Goblin D's. Oh, you can give the goblins some little capes. Some fur capes. That's cool. Oh, what's that? There's a little wolf head. I don't know where the wolf head goes. Maybe at the end of a banner? Huh. Okay, this is a... Oh, this must be for the rest of the chariot sprue. Yeah, so there's the ends of a chariot. That's where it connects to the boss. These are the orcs who are on the chariot. Okay, okay. Another one of them. Oh, and a bar got caught in my hair. There we go, another bar. There's no bar head though. Oh! Maybe this is for bar head. Simpsons. Made for Squigsons. Okay, yeah, I think that's for Barhead actually. That makes sense. Yummy plastic. Don't eat the plastic. I was like, hey Tony, how you doing? Okay, I bet there's even more of these shields. Even more of these shields. We're currently opening the Orc Battalion box set. More of the Orcs, normal Orcs sprue. Ooh, different Orcs sprue. This one has... Oh no, it's the same one. It's the same one. I didn't notice these two shoulder pads here. It's clear from this angle that they are shoulder pads. And more shields. Oh, I think these ones again are goblin shields. They're much smaller and they don't have the extra designs on them. More shields. No, they're not bar heads. I found the bar heads. Here they are. I don't know what those other heads are on the goblin set then. Maybe we'll find out once we find the packets for them. Okay, here we go. Orcs and Goblin Tribes Battalion set. How to build the banners, the Orcs. Okay. This is a Goblin. It doesn't show us what those heads are for at all. Oh! It doesn't show us the heads. Okay, I think there's another sheet in here somewhere. Okay, there's like... Oh, I found the Goblin Archer Kit. Here's a Goblin Archer Kit. There's the bodies. Tiny little Goblin bodies. Tiny little Goblin bows. They're like the same size as the Dwarven crossbow bow. Ooh, they liked using this head for everything back in the days. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Ye. Being held by him. But yeah, you could find this literal exact sculpt everywhere on loads of models. Yeah, there's loads of these little wolf heads. Oh wait, those legs! Those are open legs, like we're meant to be riding wolves. Wait, this set didn't come with wolf riders, did it? No, it didn't come with wolf riders. Well, how come it's got wolf rider legs and it's got for wolf heads, but it doesn't have for wolves. It doesn't. Maybe they just recycle the same sprue for the head. Yeah, they must recycle the same sprue for the goblin heads and spears. That must be it. Let's recycle the sprue between two kits. And like here's the normal legs of the goblins. Goblin banner, goblin sword. Different type of goblin banner here with little skulls. And feathers. Ride for bars for giggles. But, I mean, we could put a goblin on one of the bars now. We have the spare parts. Oh, this is going to be weird because I actually bought separately some goblins. Some goblin wolf riders. I think the sprues are just generally quite repetitive for orcs because there's only really two types of things in it. There's goblins and there's orcs, and that's about it. So the sprues just repeat. And for back then they weren't very inventive with the sprues. Every sprue just did what it was meant to do. Which wasn't a bad thing. Like, they weren't how they do sometimes now. Some of the sprues just have loads of weird bits on them, loads of spare bits, loads of cool things. There we go. We'll put these away so we can look at the other box. I'm going to look at all the boxes first and then start building stuff. Because last time I just got completely panicked over time. So yeah, let's open up a box of Goblin Wolf Riders. Right? Let's do that. Ride balls. So many shields you can make. I could make a boat out of the shields. Let me put them to one side. Oh. See, I've got Wolf Riders right here. Can we find the exact... Yeah, there it is. That's the exact head that we kept finding. Yeah. So, that's interesting. Yeah, we'll just cut this like that. Just right there. Then... Oh, I'm glad I learned how to do that last time, rather than trying to fiddle with trying to get the little flat. Oh my gosh, these things. I wonder how old these models are. They're back from the days when you had to slot things into the bases. You didn't just glue them on. Oh my gosh, these are even older. 1992. They're 32 years old, these wolves. The same shields again that the other goblins had. They definitely liked to recycle parts back then. Lots and lots of wolves. This box is just a massive mess of just tiny little things that aren't attached to other spools. Like, I guess it's not very efficient. It's not exactly very protective. They're just bumbling around in the box. It's a mess. There's 16 wolf riders in this kit. There's actually new sets of wolf riders, which will be perfectly viable to use in the game, but they're from Age of Sigmar, but also way more expensive. I think you get 10 for the same price as these, you get 16 in. Can I hear my bones creak? I can hear my bones creaking after that. I know, the 90s. The millennials of these things. We probably remember The Simpsons coming out. Oh, look at those big noses. Look at those big noses. Oh, goblins. You could stab your enemy with your faces. Yeah, we just use the exact same. We use the exact same kits. It's the exact same sprues as we got before, just this time we don't get the ones with the legs. Oh no, we do get the legs that can go on the ground. So we could literally build these as 16 just normal goblins. Could we build them as 16 normal? Do we have 16 feet? That's a big thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15. Okay, we could build 15 normal goblins. Wait, I thought you were meant to get 16 in this set. Where do you get the 16th goblin? Okay, it's 5, 10. $15. Oh, maybe it's 15 wolf riders you get. Oh no, it's only 15. So that's right there, 15. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you don't get any spare bodies. You get a lot of spare legs. We could just build 15 wolves and then 15 goblins. Hi SW05, how are you doing? We're doing well. We're finding out these models are older than the universe themselves. In 1992. 1992, W stands for Games Workshop, which is the owner of Warhammer. We've not gone by that name for a long time, but I mean, look at these things. They're ancient. Oh my gosh. I knew they were old. I just didn't think they were that old. And here's the bases they go in. They're locked into these bases rather than just be placed on them. So you look, each of them are on a rail. of these rails had a habit of sometimes snapping when you're trying to cut them off the spool because the plastic was a bit more brittle. But the rails slots into these things, and that often meant that you had holes in your bases. We haven't changed the model sizes. Well, the thing is that fantasy was never as profitable as Warhammer 40k. And when they decided to stop selling fantasy and to reboot it as Age of Sigmar, they reproduced the models. But that came effectively a decision where a single box of Space Marines, one box, outsold the entire range combined of Warhammer Fantasy, so all of these models. Effectively, these models were just not profitable, so it wasn't profitable enough to print and make new models. Because whenever they make a new model, at least back in the day, back before, like, Warhammer still had a massive surge in popularity. But back when, like, I quit when I was a little kid, and when fantasy went out of style, when they bought out a new box, it usually took them about a year to 2 years to actually make their money back on a box that they sold. So when they designed a new set, the amount of money it cost them to make the set would often take a while for it to come back to them. So this meant they just often didn't make new sets. If they were doing the job and they're doing it well, they didn't make a new set. If they wanted to make a new set, it was often they'd add new models to the range of models rather than replace old models. Like the Troll with a Hag was one of the last updates to Fantasy, and the Arachnarok Spider. Both of them were for Orcs and Goblins. And I believe they were like towards the end of the Fantasy era. And they still sell them today. They're still popular models today. They just blow the dust off a template and churn out. I think I probably just did that. But yeah, so these models are huge nostalgia fest. I never had these types of... I always wanted these models because they, even when I was a kid, they gave me a sense of nostalgia. And like, when it came into Orcs and Goblins, especially like Wolf Riders and stuff, I didn't care so much about them that I would be unhappy if I had these models, or if they... There we go. We're back. I'm back. My internet died for a moment. But yes, what I was saying is that the Orcs and Gobbos... I can't remember what we were talking about before my internet died. Oh yeah, I kind of wanted these guys because I wouldn't mind losing if I had them. You know, like, I liked them. I'd like playing as them, but I didn't like them so much that it would feel weird to lose them. And the lore wasn't so... Like, with Space Marines and stuff like that, and with elves, the lore for them is so over the top that when you played with them, there's just like this massive disconnect. Like, an elf who is meant to be super strong and super fast is being outrun by a goblin and isn't any stronger than a goblin. That just felt weird. You would feel weird when you played them. But with Orcs and Goblins, they just did exactly what they said in the lore they would do. And for a fun army to play whether you lost or won. And I always wanted like Orcs and Goblins, but I never had the money to buy them. Like, I'd rather buy something that I actually legitimately liked, like vampire counts or Dark Elves. It didn't make me... I did always want to build an army of Orcs and Gobbos and like dwarves and stuff. Dwarves, that being said, dwarves always have like crazy lore, but they always lived up to their lore. Because they had heavy armor, high leadership, and that's really... and good toughness. And that's really all you need to do to live up to dwarf lore. I want to build my own D&D character, dog with wizard robe and staff, maybe one day. Oh! Have you heard of a website called Hero Forge? It's really fun to build characters on that website. You can get them printed off or get the STC for them to get them 3D printed yourself. I've never done that, but I have made the models. And I have then like loaded them into Tabletop Simulator to play D&D. But yeah. Oh gosh. That's the... things. But one thing I want to go over. Actually, while we're looking at Gobbos, the last main Gobbo thing from Soggin Face Basher. That's my Orc War. This is the Orc War boss, Soggin Face Basher. His personal tribe. The last thing that the Gobbos have in his personal tribe. When he wanted to attack the dwarves, he made the Gobbos make him some, well, a catapult. It's a rock lobber. It's a rock lobber. Look at this trebuchet design. Puh. I have no idea how this is meant to go together. Like this. I imagine something like this. Maybe. I don't know. I don't care. We're not building it today. Is that? No, that's the other. Here we go. Here's a sheet of paper. If only it was as plastic as this image made it look. Oh wait, but is that a big rock? That's a big counterweight rock. It's got a big orc face on it. You got a little goblin on it, working hard. 2 more goblins. A intern master. A orc to whip them into shape. Where's Mr. Orc Whip Man? Here he is. He is Mr. Orc Whip Man. He's a intern driver. A gobbo driver. Yeah. Whip them into shape. Oh no, because so many little rocks. Oh, there's a little goblin being crushed by his rock. Oh. However, it's just a rock by itself. I could throw this. It's a hefty rock. It's tiny, but it's hefty. It's like it's made from lead or something. And there's the orc face rock. Oh, grumpy face rock. Hi, Burley. How are you doing? Oh, sorry. Yahoo, Mattia. Sorry that the screen kind of crashed when you arrived. And another spatula. Where's it? Where's my burger? I'm gonna flip my burger. I'm gonna flip my burger. Flip. Yeah, just cooking. Cook the burger. 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 Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I got a bit of hay fever, but I'm enjoying this. Oh, and here's the base it goes on. I'm not building this today. My gosh, I'm not building this today. Not on stream anyway. I learned my lesson from the flame cannon. Don't build metal models on stream if you plan to do anything else that stream. Oh my gosh, I think you can't even see the metal models that well because the camera doesn't want to focus on something so shiny. But yeah. The other thing, and this is a big part of Soggin Face Basher's lore. Bam! Giant troll! Giant troll! So the lore is right for Soggin Face Basher. It has this small tribe of orcs and gobbos. Mostly gobbos, but a few orcs, a few dozen orcs. And he was like, you know what? I want... This base I actually bought separately. It did not come in for box. I bought 3 of them. And this is the same size base that the River Troll Hag uses, and I think some giants. So yeah, so it's a good base for when you want to convert this into fantasy and use square bases. This is pretty much the base you want to use for this thing, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, it's a huge, huge troll. It's not just any normal troll. It's like that's its main body. That's just its main body. Oh my gosh, it's so detailed. Look at it, look at all the spots and blemishes and whatever's. But yeah, compare. This is how big this dude is, right? This is how big the troll is. It's not even got most of its foot, so It's not got its head. It's not got much of its height here. Just bears its main body. It's huge. It's a huge troll. You can see here just how big it would be. Is that 1-to-1 scale? I don't think it is. I think that's actually smaller than 1-to-1. Yeah, it's smaller than 1-to-1. Yeah. So yeah, this dude is... Look at the size of its hand. That's its hand of these things. Compared to this dude. Oh, I compare it to the dwarf. We got a dwarf king here. Oh my gosh, the hand's like as big as him. Look at his big toes. Big toes as big as a dwarf's head. Oh my gosh. And there's his big belly. He could fit so many dwarves inside that belly. Oh my gosh. What is this? Oh, that must be part of his foot or something, or branch. I don't know. Oh, is that a cannon? He's got a little cannon that like hangs from him. Oh, like a little rusted rotten cannon. It's got mushrooms going out of it. Oh, so cool. It's got like mushrooms going from his back. Oh. I love the design of this thing. But yeah, so the lore is that one day Suggin Face Basher saw a massive troll. The troll looks so warty. I know, it's amazing. And he rounded up his few dozen orcs and a bunch of gobbos and was like, hey, lads, we're gonna catch that troll. We're gonna catch this troll right here. Or maybe that one. One of them. I don't know yet. And he's like, and once he had the troll, it's like, you know, I've got a troll. I got some stolen dwarven armor. It's time we attack the local dwarf horde. Now, it's a dwarf horde no one really knows. It's not special or anything. But these dwarves are still dwarves. They know how to fight. They're not going to go down easy. I mean, look at this dude. You think this dude's going to go down easy? Look at him. Look at that beard. He's not going to go down easy. He's got a big axe. And the entire idea... Oh my gosh, there's no focus anymore. Hi, camera, focus, please. And we're down here now. Camera. We're down. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, camera. The entire idea is, I was like, hey, big troll, bah, 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 bah. I'm gonna smash through it. But the entire thing is, the troll is just a distraction Carnifex. He is the real danger. He is the one that any of the dwarves in the dwarf battalion would struggle to kill. Because he's got a 1-up armor save that he can re-roll. Even with some armor penetration, gets it down to a 3+ armor save, he's re-rolling it. Like, okay, we're going to hit you with a strength 5 attack. It's like, fine, do your best. Do your best. I'm going to take, what, 3 armor saves? 3+? Past 2 of them, I'm re-rolling it. I'm alive. I'm fine. And then if that fails, 6+ ward save. It's still, I mean, it's not great, that one. So that's the thing. But this guy could easily take out the troll. The giant flame cannon they've got could easily kill the troll. The grudge thrower, easily kill the troll. Face basher, toss a goblin as bonus for troll to eat like appetizer. Just say, yeah, and dwarf for main course. Yeah, you get the picture, Bunny. You get the picture. But like this guy could easily beat the troll. Because he has a 3+ ward save against strength 6 attacks. That means all of this dude's attacks, he gets a ward save against. And he's got a 2-up armor save anyway. And he's got his little guys down here to help him deal with crowds of goblins and orcs. And it's quite a good fight. He rerolls, he causes terror in orcs and goblins, and the troll actually too. And he rerolls to hit and to wound. That means even against a troll, he would still do a hell of a lot of damage. He'd eventually take down the troll without really any damage to himself. But Suggin Face Basher here, not all of his attacks are strength 6. In fact, at the end of a turn, he rolls a dice right. At least this is the rules that using 8th edition and the unofficial 9th edition, before I found the modern rules for fantasy. This is the rules I had for him. He rolls a d6. At the end of the combat, he gets, so that's 3 attacks in this case. It's strength 5, so he wounds this guy in force. if he failed. But because he's strength 5, if he wounds him on 4s, strength 5 means he lowers his 2+ armor save down to a 4+ armor save, and he doesn't get his ward save because he's not strength 6. So he actually has a really good attack against him. And then his main attack, he gets 4 attacks that are strength 6. But each one, if he fails his ward save against it, it would cause D3 wounds, which means roll a dice like this, half it, so it's 6 down to 3. That's how many wounds he caused. In which case he would one-shot him. So this guy could easily slot his way through him. But also, he could easily slot, because he gets 4 main attacks, and then at the end of each round, D6 more attacks, so in that case 6. He can just wipe out, like on average, he'd be wiping out like 4 to 5 dwarves a turn in close combat. So he was a real danger in the army. That's what he's meant to be. But the game changes massively for the modern edition of it. Now, strength no longer lowers people's armor save. So being strength 5 or strength 6 doesn't really matter very much. So, like, he'd be strength 6. That would mean he would lower his armor by 3 points. It goes from a 2+ armor save down to a 5+ armor save, which is really terrible. 2+ means any roll of a 2 or higher will keep you alive. But on a 5, it means that only a 5 or a 6 will keep you alive when you get hit or wounded. So yeah, but now strength doesn't do that. It's all armor penetration does that stuff. So, and secondly, he could no longer can just get a 1-up armor save pretty easily. Instead, the best he can get just straight off the bat is a 3-up armor save. Now, I can upgrade him to get a 2-up armor save by giving him a special armor, that's full plate armor, getting him a shield to lower it down to 3+. Full plate armor gives you a 4-up armor save. Give him a shield for 3+. For full plate armor, it's a magical item though, so we'll make his toughness +1. But it uses up his magical item points and it's very limited. Then give him troll hide armor to upgrade this to a 2+ armor save. And he gets a 5+ regeneration save. In addition to that, he gets a 6+ save that comes from his shield. And it's like, I really want to start playing Age of Sigmar and Old World. Yeah, I don't know about Age of Sigmar for myself, but I really like Old World. I really like the dwarves and the goblins at the moment. And I have got some this is an Age of Sigmar model. It looks so cool. I'm kind of tempted to get the Age of Sigmar Wolf Riders just to compare them to the modern ones. But I think they're just like too large. But that being said, the modern rules do say that Wolf Riders are skirmishers, so they don't have to be in formation anymore, so it doesn't matter if on a round or square base. So, yeah. But the new models do look way larger than the old models of the Wolf Riders. And the goblins just look a lot taller and lankier, which I mean is true. Goblins are like meant to be 6 foot tall, but just really, you know, hunchback. So yeah, which is why what's it called? The step goblins, the hobgoblins are so scary because they actually stand up straight and are a bit stronger. That's why everyone's scared of hobgoblins compared to normal goblins. But yeah, so with all of that means I can't get my 1-up armor save anymore. They also really don't like you doing rerolls in the modern era. So it's like an item that used to cost 20 points and give you a reroll on all armor saves is now an item that costs 40 points and is a reroll for only if you roll a 1 on your armor save. And that kind of feels pointless when there's items out there that can just ignore armor saves. So this is one of the reasons why I got out for Riven, because I was struggling to turn him into a thing of like where he's actually scary. He can no longer get a stomp attack. Oh geez, that's dumb. Yeah, some of the items just seem really weirdly priced at the moment for Old World. Like, they're really expensive, but they don't seem to do much. Now, okay, a 1-up armor save is actually... Gotta go now. Bye-bye, Banri. It's nice of you to come here. Dream of cupcakes. I hope you sleep well. Now, I mean, You're back. Hi, back. I'm Cupcon. But yeah, Elite Trainer. I mean, it's not too bad. Like for Dawnstone, it's like way more expensive now, and it only allows you to reroll ones. But now it's much harder to lower a person's armor. Like before, he just being strength 6 lowered a person's armor by 3 points. But now you don't lower a person's armor unless you have a specific item or special rule to lower their armor. And that's actually relatively rare. So getting him up to a 2-up save means that most of the time he will actually get a 2-up save. And being able to reroll ones effectively just equals the original of what I was doing before. But the thing is that's not entirely true either, because well, characters can still just bring out powerful items. For instance, he has a 15-point item that reduces an opponent's armor save by 2 points. So if he was fighting himself, he'd lower himself from a 2+ armor save to a 4+. And if he rolls a 6, well, it's now a 5+ armor save. And I still only reroll for ones. A lot of rule rewrites and such have been really bad. Yeah, I mean, I kind of see what they want to do. They want to see magic items be less dominating on the battlefield, I think. Because it's like, one of the dwarves I had designed for the 8th edition and the unofficial 9th edition had an ability where he just had a magic item that gave him flaming attacks, and it gave him a strength 4 breath attack, which uses a breath flame template just to blast the enemy. And he could also use that in like close combat, in the shooting phase. So that's just like a single character, just thanks to one magic item, actually it's a rune for dwarves, is now able to wipe out a unit by himself pretty easily in a single turn. And he can reliably do that. And it's like, this guy could easily tear through dwarven units or even chaos warriors in 8th or 9th edition. But in the new edition of Old World, characters are no longer able to tear through stuff that easily. If they want to, they're going to have to make themselves super vulnerable by putting themselves on the back of a giant dragon and using the dragon's breath attack. But okay, he can only have a Wyvern, and a Wyvern can't get to breath attack. They're not as good as dragon. When did you build it? When did I build this? Years and years ago. Back before I ever went to university. I think sometime in high school. Back before I was a mangaka. Back before I was studied physics. This was just a model that was sat in a cupboard for years. And it's a Wyvern. It doesn't have a breath attack. Damn, that's long ago, yeah. You can't buy this anymore, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, so if I put him on the back of this, though, suddenly he becomes stronger. That being said, there are some items that are super powerful. For instance, before, giving your dwarf a shield bearer unit improved the save by 1 point and gave you 2 extra attacks. It also made you a large model, which had its advantages and disadvantages. But what it does now is increase your wounds by 3. So in 8th or 9th edition, he only had 3 wounds. Now he has 6. Colouring it would... I do want to paint it. I just don't know what I want to use it for. I now might use it as a mount for this dude, so I might paint it as a Wyvern. If you want to see, it's got like a beak. And it's got a cool little tongue. If you look at the tongue, it's got a bit of green stuff on because the tongue actually snapped when I was snapped off the end. So I had to just re-sculpt it with green stuff. You see, for some messy green stuff, because I was I think back when I eventually just quit, because I think I was effectively studying for exams and stuff that ultimately made me have to stop. So, and this came around at the same time. But yeah, so I used green stuff to stick it together so it wouldn't fall to pieces. But some of it's a bit messy. I was going to clean that up. I probably will clean it up eventually. For hand actually fell off because I never managed to stick it to a base, but I stuck it to a base now. And the hand broke off when I was doing that because it was a bit too forceful. Well, we stuck the hand on, so it's fine. Yeah. So for old Orcs, so yeah, he's now got 6 wounds. It's really, really tough. You can't give him his 3-up ward save against strength 6, but you can give him a 4-up ward save easy enough. So I managed to make it where if this guy's on foot, it would take him on average 15 turns to kill this guy. But on average, it would take this guy 15 turns to kill this guy. If I don't give this guy a magic weapon, instead use a great weapon, it would take this guy on average 6 turns to kill him because he doesn't get the advantage of a shield anymore. But it would take, with his extra power, it would take him 6 turns to kill this guy. But in a game that only lasts 5 turns, that's pretty insane. We went from taking one another out in up to 3 turns to taking one another out in an average 6 turns. And if they both go for the armor route, it's 15 turns. Trying to build the guy as well who was specifically designed to kill him, because I specifically designed him to hard counter him. And I specifically designed another character to hard counter him and be able to kill him in a single turn of combat, despite how this guy would struggle at doing it. Yeah, that green thing is cool for overdrive. It is cool. Green stuff is basically a modeling putty, but it's really, really sticky, so it's good for sticking stuff together. But you should always use super glue just to make it in. It's also really important for resin because resin models very rarely line up that well together because of how the resin sets. By the way, this is super detailing. Look at this detailing. Resin models are just so amazing. But yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of disappointing, but to get them to able to fight one another on a kind of basic level, I could give him Killing Blow, but Killing Blow is only is an ability that if I roll a dice to wound and it's a 6, it means I ignore your armor save, you still get your ward save, you don't get regeneration, which is what this guy's relying on. And if you failed your ward save to save yourself, you die. Doesn't matter how many wounds you've got, you're dead. Unless you're on a monster, in which case you have to roll a... You have to have a heroic killing blow, which is far less common. And it's much more expensive to get hold of. But if I put him off the back of a Wyvern, I can re-go for what I was originally, in which this guy can now pretty easily kill this guy. This guy can still be a danger to the rest of the Orc and Goblin army, including the big troll. But now I can make a dwarf who has heroic killing blow and is specifically designed to take out big monsters. And that dwarf will kill this guy pretty easily as a hard counter. But the thing is that kind of defeats my law now, in which I wanted this guy... His secret weapon was not meant to be a Wyvern, it was meant to be a troll. The troll was meant to be for distraction, while he was the real danger. But now, he's just the danger. He's on a big dragon, he's clearly the danger. So yeah, I mean, the new game itself has some really cool mechanics to it as well. And it's done some stuff that the old game really should have done ages ago, back in its 3rd or 4th edition. But some of its rulings, it's like, I understand why they want to make the characters weaker. I don't know. It's just a bit sad. It's just a bit sad. Oh my gosh, I just realised my phone was playing my audio as well. So if you heard my audio being echoed, I'm sorry. Goes my phone. Oh, it's the speakers. But yeah, so for Orcs are just... Oh. Because back in the day, right, I had a Vampire Counts army. The only thing that mattered in my Vampire Count army was one model, and that was a vampire. If he killed a vampire, that was it. My army was dead. Now, that's how vampires worked back in the day. If you didn't have your vampire alive, that led your army or your necromancer, every single model had to take a leadership test, and you had a very poor leadership. So what you do is you got a leadership of, let's say, 5. You roll 2 dice. That's a 4. That means I passed my leadership test. I have to roll lower than the 5. If I rolled higher, that's not higher. That's not higher. I said if I rolled higher, there we go, 9, I lose 4 models in my thing. I have to do that for every single unit. For every single... if my vampire necromancer dies, every single unit has to do that every single turn. So your army just collapses effectively. But for vampires are just so incredibly powerful. The rest of your army was just there to hold your enemy down, while the vampire just tore them to pieces. It's like, I'm watching people in frustration as they realise that their characters aren't as strong as a vampire. And that their slayers can't beat vampires, and that the vampire just tears through the monsters, it tears through the infantry. It was pretty fun, even when you eventually did lose because your enemy managed to beat you through one way or another. You want 11. Yeah, so... But that era of the game was defined by the fact that sometimes someone could just bring a character that was so incredibly powerful, it would just wipe out your army. There's not much you could do about it. It's like the dwarf I had before, the one that can do flame breath. The dwarf that could do flame breath was also so good in close combat, he can wipe out this dude in 1 turn. 1 round of combat. And he's powerful enough with his flame attack that he could just wipe out an entire unit of 20 orcs in a single turn too, with 1 attack. And this guy is so powerful that in a single turn he can wipe out the full squad of dwarves. And this guy is so powerful in a single turn he can wipe out half a squad of orcs. And that no orc's really going to be able to beat him unless it's a big boss like this dude. So it became very character defined, where the rest of your army was just really set piece decoration for your central characters. Which is like, if you look at Warhammer Total War, you can kind of see that idea in it. But I think what they're trying to do is go for more balance, where the units themselves feel a lot stronger. Because one of the things you have now is that banners are quite strong. Like this banner, I've decided I want to give it, so it gives my unit frenzy. That means it gives +1 attack to the unit. Oh my gosh, what? It fell over and it knocked off his pistol. It knocked off his pistol. So yeah, I want to give it, so this guy gives frenzy to an entire unit of 32 orcs. That's in, so everyone's getting +1 attack. If I wanted to, I could make it so they get +1 strength. Or they get armor piercing of 2. It's pretty insane now. So there's very clearly a focus on units. Also, now, like, certain champions, like your characters, can also take... Not characters, like, do you know when you take a sergeant for a unit? Sergeants can now take magic items and runes and stuff. They're so much more powerful than they were before. Also, units can now go skirmisher mode. You've got open mode. It's like much more units can skirmish. The entire game's designed to be faster paced, not because characters can duel one another well, but because the units themselves are much more prominent on the battlefield. I think that's what they're going for. So anyway, we've got more boxes to open anyway. Enough for the final box for Soggin Face Basher's army is this box. Gorgons. Now this is not an official, this is in the fan edition of the game, the unofficial 9th edition, because it was released for Age of Sigmar, but it's not in the official release. So what if you want to play these in the official release for your orcs, just add them as an ally and use dragon ogres to represent them. At least that's my advice. So they normally come with round bases, but I bought some square bases. That's a Dragon Ogre size base, by the way. So yeah, I use Dragon Ogres to represent these guys. And it's actually pretty easy. Just give them the multi-limbed trait, so it represents... But multi-limbs represent for boss attacking. Give them a halberd to represent the person on the back attacking. And bing, bang, boom. But yeah, these are boar boys. Giant boar boys. Look at the size of these boars. But let's compare them to the other set. So this is the dwarf body from the normal, not dwarf, the bar body from the normal sized bars. Compared to this big bar body. Yeah, these are what they're called grunters or something like that. And they're giant bars that are being ridden by giant orcs called brutes. And you get 3 of them in a set. I think for only online order. Wait, did it come with an instruction booklet? Where's the instruction? Here we go. You can see from here they are. They're called Grunters. And like, look, big bars. I like how the design is very similar to the original bar. Like, in the fact that you got the big head and it's all kind of squashed together. But yeah, so they're massive dwarfs, they're massive bars and orcs. Are they like monstrous cavalry, or are they meant to be? My thing is I'm going to use the rules for Dragon Ogres to represent them on the battlefield if I play with the modern rules. If I play with the fan edition rules, then I will... What's it called? Use the rules instead that they added for Gorgunters. Oh, I forgot the little rules here for Gorgunters if you play them in Age of Sigmar. I got 4+ save, 7 bravery, 5 wounds. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of wounds. They seem to be pretty complex models to build though. But yeah, this is like his elite guys. What a sogging face basher. That's a really cool kit. I've not actually seen many of the Age of Sigmar kits, but they are really nice models. They're the kind of things that I think they would have originally released for fantasy, had fantasy been more profitable. Hi, Rahul! Well, how are you doing? Yahoo! We're currently looking at some Gorgunters, which are giant bar riders. They're huge. When are these from? Does it say on this kit how old they are? Here we go. Games Workshop Limited 2015. Oh my gosh, these are pretty old models. They must have actually come out shortly after Age of Sigmar was announced. Maybe they were originally designed for fantasy. But because they decided to get rid of fantasy, they made them for Age of Sigmar instead. Ah. Yeah, these are really cool models anyway. I like them. I can't wait to build these things. They're going to be huge. I mean, look at the size of this guy. Oh my gosh, his gun keeps falling off. Where'd it go? It fell off. I picked it up and his gun fell off. His gun fell off, his gun fell off, his gun fell off, his gun fell off. Where'd it go? He had a pistol. He had a pistol. I saw him shoot it. He had a pistol. He shot it at me. Did he fall on the base? No. Oh, there it is. There it is. It was still in his base. Okay, we'll worry about adding it later to his... Oh, and his shield's coming off. Ah. So if that's his shield or his arm being unstable, either way, I'll just blow it up around here. Blow it up around here. Gotta be more careful with these models. Ugh. But yeah. But I'm sad it doesn't have its own distinctive packaging. Oh yeah, first the original basis. Which I think they are the same size. But this is a Dragon Ogre base. I think it's also the base used for the chariots. And you can see where originally they had the rails in the bases. You see the lines, that's like the change the design of them later. So that were flat. And we still use the same design despite how it's used as a little more plastic, it seems. Oh, I dropped a base. It fell on the floor. But that's not it. That's not all for Soggin Face Basher's war. Because, you know, Soggin Face Basher is not the kind of guy to have a warg without more people arriving. Like, okay, let me put the troll away. Maybe we'll build the troll. I do like the troll. This troll looks so cool. I can see why they released the troll. But yeah, I got more boxes. They arrived today. Because Royal Mail is just that good. Oh no, did they arrive yesterday? They might have arrived yesterday. No, they arrived yesterday, never mind. Oh yeah, because I bought them from a shop. And I literally ordered them on Friday night. And they arrived Saturday day. It wasn't like on Amazon or anything. It wasn't like Amazon Prime. It was just shop packaged them and sent them off like an hour after ordering. It was crazy. Well, some night goblins heard about Soggin Face Basher's warg. And they sent out this, and they decided they wanted to join with a loon boss. The loon, oh my gosh, my glove snapped. They sent out the loon boss. Yeah, they renamed a lot of stuff in Age of Sigmar. Like, this troll. It's not called a troll, it's called a trogger for some reason. They're not called goblins, they're called grots like they are in 40k. It's like, I don't think the fact that he called them goblins, grots in 40k and goblins in fantasy, was why they sold so... why 40k was more popular. In fact, he never sold grots in 40k. Grots were unprofitable. Goblins were more profitable than orcs in fantasy. Ugh. But yeah. So this is a loon boss. Or, on a giant cave squig. Or a night goblin war boss. I don't really know much about this set. I just know I like the model. I kind of prefer the resin model, but the resin model is very expensive and comes with 3 other models. It comes with this big round base, which actually fits for these kind of guys. But here we go. It only has 1 sprue. Oh my gosh. And it comes with... ooh, look at a really long hat. He's got a super long hat. Yeah. And it ends in a little moon. Oh. Okay, that's a foot. That's half of a body. That's half of a body. Oh, mushroom. I feel like that's going to eventually snap where it's just a mushroom connects to a foot. Wait, has its foot been impaled on a mushroom? Its foot's been impaled on a mushroom. Oh my gosh. Ooh, tongue. Oh, it's a tongue. It's all water. Ugh, the texture. Oh my gosh. So he can have a little scythe thing. Or he can have a spear. So it's got 2 weapon options. That's not much. It's got 1 face option. Huh. I wish I had more options in it. And beggars can't be choosers, but I'm not much of a beggar. I spent money on it. But still. It's a pretty nice model. I just wish I had more options on it. But the night goblins obviously need their own army. to join the war with. So here they are. So I found these are the exact same night goblins, as far as I'm aware, as you find in fantasy, in the old world. We've not updated the set at all. I mean, the night goblin set was always popular. So there you go. Oh, I cut it. There we go. Let's look in the box though. And this is why I had all those square bases. There's a book. Right on top. Where it should be. And look! More trolls! More trolls! More squig. I got 2 of these boxes, by the way. So, yes, I got these round bases, but we don't need round bases. We got square bases. I like this little square base thing. Look at all them square bases. 25mm. Standard for old world. Even a goblin uses 25mm nowadays. Like, oh my gosh, 25mm. And these are the bases for the trolls. Here. Oh my gosh, is that a dwarf? That's a dwarf! Dude, look! It's you! But bigger! Do you think I can put that head on him? Look at him. Handsome fella. Handsome fella. Out. Yeah, let's focus the camera in on. Look how cool that is. Why is there a dwarf there? It's a troll set. Is he meant to, are they meant to stand on it? Can I make one of them wear a dwarf mask? Oh my gosh. This is set for the troll. The modern trolls look so cool, the modern stone trolls. Oh, and here's a loom boss. This is the loom boss that comes in this set. And he's got his own little mask. Metal mask. Yeah. Oh wait, he actually does have a bit of a head. Let's look at his head. Go on, focus on the head. Doesn't want to focus. It's because it's warped and weird. I can barely see what's going on with the head myself. I think it only has the eyes. It doesn't actually have a mouth because the mouth's just going to be covered up anyway. Yeah. Oh, there we go. We had it for a month. There we go. Yeah, it's got the top lip for upper teeth, but nothing else. Because obviously he's wearing that helmet. That's cool. I have no idea how to paint that through the helmet, but it's cool. He's got some cool mushrooms on his face. Yeah, I got 2 of these sets. I'm going to make one of them just basically as is. I'm going to convert the other into a shaman, I think. Then let's look. Okay, these are the squig hopper bits. So more squig legs impaled on mushrooms. Even more squig legs impaled on mushrooms. They're all getting impaled on, except that one. That one's like trumping or something. Gas coming out of it. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, these are squig hoppers. The squig hoppers are cool. Oh, and these are the guys riding the squig hoppers. Here we go. You can tell they're riding because they got little lances. They got little goblin lances. Look at them. They're so cool. I didn't think, oh, it ends in a trident. Oh my gosh. I thought it was all weirdly pointed. Squiggly. I thought it was got a mushroom. I found skewered a mushroom. There it is. Skewered a mushroom. How about this one? What's this one got? That was made out of 2 pieces nailed together. Oh my gosh, I love that design. That's so cool. Oh, that's like a hand or something. Oops, sorry. Oh, there's a tiny body. Look at his legs spread. Oh, and there's some squig faces. And some squig bodies. Squig bodies. Squig faces. Oh my gosh, I forgot squigs can have like one eye. Or they can have multiple eyes. I don't want to show multiple eye guy. What about this multiple eye guy? No. Probably fine. Some of the multiple eye ones definitely look spiderish. So then you've got more of the Squig Rider stuff, more of the lances. You got half moon swords and so on. That's a Bad Moon clan. The tribe is the Night Goblin tribe is usually the Bad Moon clan. That's why they have lots of moon memorabilia. And then you have a single sprue dedicated to the ancient. Oh, the single round base. Dedicated to the ancient Gobbos. Let's see if we can find. Wait, these aren't numbered. They aren't numbered. 2006. They're so old. 2006. This is when they're from. Back when then, they only ever expected to be on square basis, never round basis. To be honest though, Night Goblins, ever since the inception, have been really popular. It's like in Warhammer Total War, they're popular. One of the most popular fantasy books was Skarsnik, which is a like the main Night Goblin character. I see for Bad Moon clan banner, which is just a really angry moon with a long goblin nose. Goblins are fun characters though, they're cunning. They're cunning but brutal. Brutal but cunning. You got Gork and Mork. One's brutal but cunning, the other's cunning but brutal. Oh, I love the little head there. I love the little head. Come on, focus on it. Focus on it. Focus. 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 No, I don't want to. Okay, let me do this then. There you go. Oh, it's such a cool head. You can see that they're old though by the fact that they're just like, you can see the less detail on them. Like they just feel that much thicker. And the nuts are relatively detailed themselves, but the main body is just... Some of it are detailed, some of it just looks a lot thicker and just, in general, blobbier. While if we compare them to the likes of modern models, there's generally a lot more flow and detail to the fabric in the modern models. Like, look, compare that to what you just saw. It's like there's so much more flow, so much more whatever. It's partly the design process, partly the technology for printing them got better so they could be more ambitious. Especially when it came to the plastic models. So yeah, there you go. I got a second box of these, but there's no point opening a second box just to get a look at them. Like, where did I throw the other packs up to? Here they are. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much everything that I got. That's pretty much all of the Orky stuff that I wanted to get sold off anyway. There's like way more Orky stuff, including old Orky stuff. I didn't want to buy too many resin or metal models because, oh my gosh, that would get expensive. I think it's good to be able to compare some of the new stuff to some of the old stuff. I wanted to get some of the old trolls as well, which are metal models. But they were They were £26 for 2 of them. Which honestly is a kind of fair to the original price, if I'm honest. They were expensive too. But could you get like, it's the same price to get 2 of them as it is to get 3 plastic ones that are much bigger, much nicer. And we have a load of spare bits with them. So let's build the troll though. Let's build the big troll. On round base. No. We want square bases. How? I'll fix your gun later, don't worry, Mr. Dwarf Man. So I kind of prefer this design over the other design. Because there's 2 designs. Oh wait, they got the rules here for him too. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's the other design. That's like for the Troll King. Yeah, Trog Boss, and then you got the Trogger, but I kind of prefer the Trogger design. Although I do really like that, where he's holding like a bug or something in his hand. Like, look at that, that looks so cool. Focus camera. Focus on the bug. It looks like it's got, you know, one of those things that you find always in Skyrim with the farmer. Carvus? What's it called? Carvus? Oh. They got big ears though. They got big Dumbo ears. Yeah, we'll build it. We'll see what we want. We do what we do and see what we want. Okay, let's see. Is the design for the Trog Boss any different? It is once you get here. Okay, so it's the same up to there. Nice. So we just want this piece. Give me that, please. Give me that. There we go. Kimmel. They are Kimmel. Kimmel. Do 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 do. Da 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Snap this one out. I want for little legs, which are like this piece over here. Now imagine if this is going to have quite a few spare bits that we could have some fun with as well. You know? So that would go like this. Oh, then there's 2 feet. Okay, so there's a foot like that, and there's another foot that's weird. Oh, that must be what this is. That must be the foot one. Oh, that's not it. Where is it then? Oh, that's it. Ah, it just looks more like a foot if I'm honest. So yeah. There we go. And there you go. You're not feeling well. Gonna look. Get better soon. Thank you for going to the stream. Enjoy your looking. Enjoy your looking. Seems that everyone's able to. I'm not feeling great myself today. Not been feeling great myself today. Also, I'm not really sure what's happening next week. Like with what we're streaming and when we're streaming. Because apparently decorators are meant to be around this week. That's why everything was scheduled for really late. But then they weren't. Like, oh. And every day I was just told we might be around tomorrow. I was like, oh. So that was a bit. And they're going to be here this week, I've been told. But I was told that for last week, for this week. Told that last week for this week. I might just make a gorilla stream as a result. Also, hay fever's been kind of bad today. So, don't know if I want to do too much. Kind of just want to build Warhammer. One of a week of building Warhammer. Manager says that's a bad idea though. But what does he know? He's just a manager. He just researches these things and gives me advice about on what's popular and current and, you know, I should be doing as a VTuber. What does he know? I'm joking. I'm joking. And by joking, I mean just being sarcastic. What other decorators you have been talking? Oh, decorators, like people decorating the house. They decorate the house, putting up, stripping paint from certain things, painting, doing. It's noisy, busy work. I don't want to stream them for here. So yeah. There we go. There we go. Oh no, it's falling off. Oh, that was a piece I need to cut off. It's a mushroom growing on him. I'm thinking of something else, like model. Oh no, 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 no. Nothing to do with the model. There we go. There we go. This guy needs a decorator's for his toes. Oh my gosh. Those are big toenails. Have you ever heard of pedicure? Have you ever heard of skincare? He's got like mushrooms going all over him. You need to take care of his skin, you do, you fella. You silly fella. Oi. Oi! Okay. Oh, what's this thing? Spider! Go on, spider, get him. Look at the spider. And even that's got warts all over it. How does a spider have warts too? Look at that spider, look. Look at the spider. Put it on your face. Let's put it in his belly. Oh, I'm a silly person. Oh, apparently I want for arm next. 17 and 19. 17 and 19. 17 and 19. Which one's 17 and 19? Is it 17 and 19? No, 17 and 18. Okay, that one's 18. That one's 28. That one's 15. That one's 27. That one's 16. 26. 17. Out in his belly for detailing. I know it's so much detail on these models. I guess that is one of the things you can do when you make the models bigger, is make them more detailed. Oh, it's got a cool skull necklace. Oh, this is gonna be the coolest troll ever. Okay, here we go. 18. Yeah. They brought around this troll to take care of the big mean men. The mean dwarves. I might have accidentally cut off a bit that I wasn't meant to. Oh no. Should be fine. should be fine. So if this clips together like this, and that would go here. Not here, here. Oh, it goes like that. Oh, that's cool. Glue them together first though. Let's glue these arm pieces together to defeat Gobbos. Ow! No, oh, I downloaded Warhammer Total War, not Warhammer, Rome Total War recently, and I found a mod on the workshop because it's like they made a remasters edition of Rome Total War, right? So it works on modern PCs. I decided to finally download that. Not about it for a while, just never downloaded it. Really cool. Gonna download it. No, not gonna download it. Have downloaded it. Okay, yeah, that's why I broke a piece off. I can always use green stuff to fill it back in. And it has the mod. A mod I played ages ago, but I could never get it working fully because it was always just crashing because of how it was. It's on the Steam Workshop. It's like way more stable now. But also, it's been ages since I played Rome Total War, and the mod's also changed a lot since I last played it, and the game also changed with the remaster. So, I don't know if I want to play the mod. I do want to play on this channel though. Not sure we do it with a mod or not though. Okay, I liked the design of the Darkhold Troggoth best though, so we'll go with that. There we go, just put them down. Yee. So there's two designs of a Troggoth. We'll go with this one, I've decided. See if we can do some fun changes of our own. So we need to get that piece, glue to that piece, glue to that piece, glue to that piece. Okay, so 14, 13, 9 and 7. Okay then. I guess 14. The mushroom was very easy to find. Not much room for mushroom. It stands out. Ow! Stabbed my finger. 14, 13, 9. Okay, 13's right next to it. No, that's 31, never mind. Okay, where is 13? 13! That's 6. 12. Yeah, I want 13. 13. Are you 13? Yes, that's 13. Okay. We found piece number 13. It's this one. Looks technical. I guess it doesn't look trolley. It looks... Well, maybe it is trolley. Just thinking, that just looks like loads of decoration. That looks like a pipe. I think that's where it glues under this thing. Yeah, oh okay, it makes it look suddenly much more like mushrooms. Like it's meant to be mushrooms. Okay, then I want 9 and 7. 9 and 7. 9 and 7. Where's 9? I guess 8. That's 7 over here. Oh, that's part of a body. I thought this was like something to glue onto the floor. Part of a body, oh my gosh. I thought it was like a rotten rock or something. I guess it does have very textured plastic rather than block. Come on. I want to show off a texture. There you go. Look how textured that plastic is. The pop marks and everything. Little scratches. Oh, if I didn't do that in the old days, I tell you now. Okay, so we want 9 as well. We want 9. 21. 6. 40. 41. I feel like such an old person saying, back in the old days. Back in the old... 8, 3, 51. 9! There we go, found it. Yeah. I'm not an old person. I just played back when I was little. Back when I was a little bit. I'm just a little piddly cupcake. Just a baba who probably shouldn't have been playing Warhammer. Okay, so this piece goes like... No, it doesn't do villager sounds, I'm sorry. So no villager sounds. Like this. Like this. Okay, so for teddy bear part, I'm calling this the teddy bear part. Just look, it's got a little teddy bear voice on the mushroom. I kind of see it, it's still blurry though, come on. There we go, teddy bear face. Teddy bear face with an eye. An eye, little nostrils. Okay, so this goes like that. This glues onto there. Does that fit into there somehow? No. Oh wait, got it. Got it. Okay, I'm going to glue that on while I've got it. It's not very clear how they attack. Oh no, I'm glued myself to it. Oops. Problem with trying to use plastic glue when you're wearing plastic gloves. I've got 7 glues in my other mushrooms to the back. So it's this angle onto there. And I need to get better at including you guys in when I'm talking. I kind of talk at you guys rather than, you know, ask you questions. I need to ask you questions more. More than just how you do it. Like, wait, who of you collects actually like Warhammer and stuff? Like, did you collect Warhammer Fantasy? Or are you thinking about collecting Warhammer Old World? Or do you even just play like the Warhammer Total War? I want to know what people's favourite factions are. Would you want them to include Age of Sigmar stuff into the fantasy? I imagine lots of people wouldn't want them to include Age of Sigmar models and ranges of like special units and stuff into fantasy. But I kind of don't see why they shouldn't. Like, I imagine lots of those models would have eventually been added to fantasy had it never been shut down. Okay, I then think this goes like that. I should probably look at it. Oh wait, no, I think I got it. I think I got it. About to say I should probably look at the book just to see, make sure. Okay, I think it goes like that. Nope, it definitely goes like that. There you go. Ugh. Oh no, I fell! Don't fall! Okay, so we'll glue the edges along here. And hope the glue doesn't evaporate before we actually start attaching it. If I did dislodge it slightly. Oh! I broke it. Oh no. Have to redo everything and hopefully not melt it all. Oh, I used too much force. I've got too strong. I'm too strong for my own good. I'm too clumsy for my own good. There we go. There we go. Now be very careful and glue this into here. Like that. Like a jigsaw piece. A very smelly jigsaw piece. Very gross looking jigsaw piece. Very gross looking. I really love the design of a new stone, I say new, of a Age of Sigmar stone trolls and stuff. And they do have in the army book now, for Fantasy Orcs army book, they do have the new trolls and not the old trolls pictured. Like on square bases and everything. Big chunky puzzle piece, yeah, big chunky puzzle piece. It's a troll. I was like, yeah, Albertronic, we're building this dude. We could have been building this dude. We chose this dude. It's a giant troll. Because my war boss, this dude, who has a bunch of stolen dwarven artifacts, called Soggin Face Basher, yeah. He found a troll one day and was like, you know what, guys? Hands got hands. He doesn't have hands yet. Yeah, Soggin Face Basher was like, guys, round up that troll. Get that troll here. And then once he captured the troll, they're like, I'm gonna take this troll. I'm gonna beat up the orcs, the dwarves with it. Haven't he attacked the dwarves? That's my law, that's my story, I'm sticking to it. Okay, I need parts 16 and 15. As I got loads of square bases. Loads of square bases. Sad they're made in China. Like, oh, no wonder they're so cheap. Oh, if only Games Workshop made stuff in China, then it will be cheaper. Actually, it depends. If I wanted the same quality, it would just become more expensive. Because you'd still have to pay for the same quality. But then you'd have to pay for the extra shipping for it to get to Britain. And then just to ship it out to the rest of the world again. And you need secondary quality checkers if you wanted to keep the same quality. Now that becomes very expensive. Quite often when... Oh no, it's not 16. That's 27 I just cut out. Oops. Why a lot of the time when people want quality they don't actually use China in the end, Gus? It's more expensive to guarantee quality when the place that's building your products is 1,000 miles away. 5,000 miles away. Between me and Gundam. You and Gundam. What? Why Gundam? That being said, people keep saying Games Workshop's expensive, but I keep comparing it to other places. Like, a lot of these places are saying a higher quality, either are 3D printing resin models that are themselves expensive and way harder to make and like work with and so on, unless you want to just ignore all the safety precautions should be taken. Or they're just mass-produced cheap rubbish. Terrible plastic quality. And some of them are actually relatively nice. I mean, Games Workshop itself started as some weird stuff. Basically in a shed. Or garage, I think it was actually. Gundam expensive. Most they spent on a single model was £40. Yeah, this model is about £30, I imagine. I don't remember how expensive it was. I usually buy the models if I can from other retailers, so they're cheaper. So I think this is like £25 when I do it that way, but it's like £30 if I buy from Games Workshop themselves, or Warhammer as they call themselves now for store. But it roughly goes in like this. There we go. Well, Gundam, you don't need the glue and you don't necessarily need to paint it either. You do need both for Warhammer, unless you're just building one of the starter sets, of course. But you do need to paint still if you're building a starter set and want it, you know, coloured. Oh my gosh. Oh, the head part's falling off the neck. Rather. Come on. Get glued. There we go. Oh, is this hard to glue together? Used to have a shop 15-minute walk away from me that sold Gundam models, but it closed down before the big bad illness came. The CVD. I understand. Yeah, a lot of places like that have closed down. I buy all the models online because I don't go outside. I don't touch grass. I don't leave a house. I don't know how to. Without dying, at least. There we go. That's roughly correct now. Let's look. Yeah, that's correct. He's got a little cannon chain. Little cannon chain. And now we're gonna build the big head. We're gonna build the big head. And he's got big ears. Got big ears. I got a choice of ears. Okay, but let's get the cannon chain out. I want the cannon. Oh, that's a spare arm. It goes like this. Oh. 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 Could you imagine wearing a cannon as a necklace? Talk about a fashion statement. Supermodels walking down, you know, for catwalk with a cannon just strapped around the neck, just trying to drag it behind. Okay, I could imagine like Simpsons or Family Guy making a joke about that. Brings glass into the house. My parents tried that, it almost killed me. Hay fever. Okay, so what we need now is part 38, 37, 39. Yeah, let's have a mouth open. Let's give him a little tongue. 37, 39, 38. Okay. That's 36, that's 35. I imagine we want this side then. There you go. 37, 38, and 39 should hopefully be nearby. It's just a small tongue piece. I have no idea where it is. That's 48. It made the tours look a lot more goblin-like, which, I mean, I guess it makes sense because now, in Age of Sigmar, orcs and goblins are like split up a little bit. At least the night goblins are. And the night goblins have all the trolls. Like, look how big nose he's got. It looks very much like a goblin face if you just made the nose a little bit lower. Okay, just looking for a little piece that could be piece that we're looking for. Okay, from what next? 39, that's it, 39. Find a little tongy piece, 48, 33, 26, 37, 38. 44, wait, there's two faces. There's another head here, and there's another head here. Oh my gosh, there's so many head options. So many head options. Okay, I don't see any tongue piece there. 47, 42, 52, 53, 3, 110, 8, 44. There you go, 39, I found it in this corner. Mr. Big Nose, Mr. Big Nose, bring me everything. Okay, there you go. We slot the tongue into position. Oh my gosh, I have no feeling in my fingers. Partly because trying to make this guy and the giant compensation banner, I glued my fingers together. I lost feeling in my fingers as a result. I don't fail. But also because I'm wearing gloves and, you know, the gloves kind of get in the way of feeling things. With the sensitive fluffy fingies. I mean, they are fingerless, so I can still feel quite a bit. Just not as exacting detail as I'm used to. There you go. Big nose man going blah. He's got a little tongue. Oh, go on, go back focusing on the face. You focus on it a little bit then. Give it a little bit of love. I'm gonna make up it in shadow. Blah. Big tongue. Big tongue, blah. Very textured model piece. Okay, one ears now. Let's get 43. 45 and 46. Not 45. 46 has a big mushroom on it. Where is it? There we go. 46. They both have mushrooms on it. Look at ear 46. It's got a mushroom. What a mushroom. There. And that one's got like a little barnacle on it. Oh. Because Short just showed up in my recommenders, does Maya still need a McChicken? Maya. Oh, probably. Probably. I remember that. Ace Attorney. Give her a McChicken. How do the ears even attach? Okay, so there's little bones poking out. Oh, that's how. Oh, the ears are quite low down. They're like below the nose. Squeaky. Squeaky. Big ears. Like, they always like a little flying bot ears. Look at them. Oh, you got big ears. Big raggedy ears. Big raggedy Ann. Okay, so now we put... That's a bunch of basing stuff we can put on. We'll think about that later. Now let's just get his head on. Let's get his head on. Oh. I can't have McChicken anymore. Me neither. I can't have McDonald's. Your Maya doesn't need a McChicken anymore. You need a Burger King. Oh my gosh. Yeah, ever since McDonald's... I can't believe McDonald's decided to suddenly go, you know what, we're cooking for patties, for burgers, with the onions now. So even if you ask without onions, guess what's going to be included in your burger? You might not get the onions, but your burger's cooked in them. So if you have some... So if onions make you extremely ill, even a small amount of it can make you extremely ill and possibly kill you. Yeah, they didn't make it a big announcement either. Oh, 19, 21, 20. I just spent a long time wondering why do I keep getting ill. Recognise it was because every time I got ill, or like really bad again, it was when I was having a McDonald's. So I stopped and I didn't get ill again. I was like, okay, no more McDonald's for me. And then weeks later, oh, I found out that McDonald's changed how they cooked things. Oh, Maya needs a Baconator, double egg Baconator. What's a Baconator? I don't know what a Baconator is. 20. Is a double egg Baconator a thing? I think I've heard that on a TV show once. Maybe an advert for something. I don't know. Not a big fan of Burger King though, because Burger King's super expensive. I need to figure out if Burger King does the same thing. I don't think they do. I hear the flame grill at all. Okay, so that fits here roughly. Right. The burger that goes back in time to stop John Connor. Oh my gosh. Terminator reference. Okay, where it's attached to a sprue was the really inconvenient part. Okay, yeah, I think this is piece 20, so... Yeah, like with little sprue joints exactly where it needs to be connecting in. Oh. That falls down there. This kind of goes like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna need a lot of force to get this to work. Okay, what about the other hand? Make sure I'm doing it correct. The other hand fits perfectly. Let's get the other hand. Oh, no. Wrong one. There we go. Yee. Okay, I'm assuming I just need to trim stuff down on this a little more. Little bits of plastic that shouldn't be there. So now does it fit a little better? A little better. Maybe I won't need to keep it pressed in as much. There you go. We're getting the hands on now, which is nice. The hands shall be painted. Not painted, glued. We got the troll. We got the troll king. It's not a king. It's not a king. Actually, if you want to use this guy in normal in the Warhammer Old World, I think the best rules to use is probably going to be the troll hag. Is one of his hands backwards? Oh my gosh. This is the same size base as a troll hag base, it works. Alternatively, giant. The giant will be the best one. The best model rules. Okay, it's definitely the way it goes is here. Oh. Okay, so that does fit. That does fit. Good. Good. There's a river troll hag. River troll hag. Although the river troll hag is a maid, and it kind of just makes me like, I don't want this troll to be a mage. Kind of makes it seem intelligent, and you know, kind of ruins my lore for the models, for my little story, for my army. I don't like how giants work. I've never liked how giants work, having to memorize tables and stuff. Oh my gosh, I did not put out some of these screws properly. Troll mage or troll mage? Troll mage, not maid. Mage. Magic. Conjuring. One of its spells is just literally to make them you as stupid as they are. Okay, so here we go. We could have that piece. Or that piece. That piece. I like that bit. I like the spiky piece. I want the spiky one. I want the spiky one. Yeah, give me the spikes. Give me the spikes. I'll take this piece. I've got option between spiky one or clubby one. Spiky or clubby. Spiky. I'm going for a spiky one. I want the spike. I know you'll hit them with a flat end. But you know, I don't mind. It looks cool. It's about looks, not about how it operates. What Warhammer's all about. Okay, 26. I got this piece. I remember I pointed it out before. I was like, that's not a piece I want. Imagine if a troll mages only get smart to when it makes people dumber. The funny thing is that there's literally a rule in the game called stupidity. And pretty much every single troll is forced to abide by that rule, even for troll mages. And the spell that makes you as stupid as them literally just gives you stupidity. It seriously weakens the enemy, but it's like, now we're just on equal playing field. It's just such a weird spell. Like, now we're on an equal playing field. It's like, no, there's very few spells that are all about making it an equal playing field. It's all about making your enemy, putting your enemy in a worse position than you are. And the trolls are just like, we're in such a bad position that just making you in as bad a position as we are is enough. I don't need that spell. Yeah. That being said, the reason trolls have the stupidity thing is because they're so incredibly powerful. If they didn't have a stupidity rule, they'll just be OP. Because, you know, how a troll is. It's a massive blob of regenerating flesh that just destroys everything in its path. And eats everything in its path. And vomits acid at everything in its path. And generally, and if it can do magic at the same time, that makes them even more terrifying. So while it's holding them back, they're so powerful that it's just to balance them. So to make someone else have a stupidity rule means that they are being held back, but they weren't necessarily powerful enough that they needed to be held back to begin with. Which is the entire point of a troll. So it puts you on a kind of even playing field. It's not really, since the trolls were already on an even playing field. There we go. Okay, now place him into here. The spiky thing goes here. Oh gosh. I keep wanting to say Simpsons quotes. I've been watching a lot of like this YouTube channel called The Real Gyms. That's just all about The Simpsons. And like tearing it apart, doing reviews and episodes and different seasons and doing retrospectives and stuff. I just keep wanting to say Simpsons quotes. They've even gotten to watching The Simpsons and Simpsons clips again. Well, to be honest, I never really saw much of what's called the golden era and the classic season Simpsons, maybe just the odd episode on repeat. And I mostly watched what's considered some of the worst Simpsons. So I started watching it during like what people generally consider the worst arc, because that's when I was growing up with The Simpsons. But then it went into a Simpsons renaissance, where it's like suddenly the quality is back on the level of what they consider the golden era. I'm like, oh my gosh, I should give Simpsons another go. I should watch the old era, like the golden era, and I should watch the new era. Well, if it isn't for shimps. Look at this man. Look at this warty, barnacly man covered in mushrooms. You're jealous. I know you are. You wish you were this smelly. You wish you were this smelly. You wish you had gone without the bath for as long as this little man has. Look how big he is. Compared to my Orc Warboss. My Orc Warboss is pretty big. Look at him compared to the Dwarf. Me who has the first 4 seasons on DVD. Look how big he is compared to the Dwarf. So big. Let's look how big he is compared to the Banner. Is he even bigger? Actually, no, the Banner might be slightly taller. Let's look. Yeah, Banner's slightly taller. Next to the Riven, yeah. This is why I don't want to give my guy a Riven, because this is meant to be his secret weapon that's really just a distraction. And it's not much of a secret weapon and a distraction if he's coming in riding on top of this thing that makes this guy look tiny. Like, Yeah. Okay, we'll get some pieces then for the base. We'll find the basing kits. So yeah, we'll get this for other axe head that we didn't use, which is a piece of dwarven architecture, it turns out. I should have used that. If we meant to fight dwarves. It's actually interesting. The trolls have all sorts of dwarven architecture pieces on the models. Yet, dwarves haven't existed in Age of Sigmar, really. You've got some dwarves, but the Fire Slayers are very different, like so different to normal dwarves. And the aeronautic people don't really do this type of architecture either. The Arknauts, whatever they're called. The hot air balloon people. Yeah, I'll put that on his face there. So, like, if you look here, it's very clearly a dwarven statue. And when we opened the other kit, it was a very similar thing. Actually, we could probably put this thing on his, like, his back or something, couldn't we? It's like he's just carrying around this piece of dwarven history. Yeah. Let's clip away this part anyway. So then it's like that. So like on his back maybe. Oh. Yeah, it makes him look bigger and bulkier as well. Add it with it. Yeah, it doesn't need to be on his base. Oh, we could just have it on his base. Really cool too, just on his base. Oh, bigger, bulkier dude. Maybe bigger, bulkier dude. How does it look from different angles? Yeah, make him bigger and bulkier. Make him bigger and bulkier. Just glue everywhere. Eventually, some of it will stick somewhere, I imagine. There you go. Okay, there we go. Then glue. Carefully glue that. And then there. Once it's kind of found where it's setting, there we go. Oh. Yeah. I've heard the golden age is like season of The Simpsons is like season 3 to season whatever. To season 8, I've heard. It's like what's generally considered the golden era of The Simpsons. Like, you know, I've not really watched much of that era before. Spider. We need to get the spider on him. Oh, maybe we'll have a spider just hanging. No, we might be able to twist the plastic around a little. Season 3 to 9. Season 3 to 9. I've heard that the modern seasons, like the seasons 26 and 25 onwards, are really good. And the Weather Watch is like the Renaissance era of The Simpsons. And I've heard that you have a Jerk-Ass Homer era, which is the seasons... What seasons is it? It's seasons 10 onwards. It's the Jerk-Ass Homer era. Up to the HD era. Which is pretty self-explanatory when it's HD. Oh, he's got a little spider on him now. Yeah. Yeah, it looks a lot bigger now. Okay, I'll put some stuff. We'll put this behind him. This in front of him. Yeah. Just put some stuff all over his base to make it feel like he's taking up more of a base. You want to find more mushrooms? More mushrooms. Okay, not this one. Let's go on to this one. What is this stuff? Oh, that's an ear. Body part. Body part. Necklace part. Mushroom. And so on. But yeah, most of my experience of Simpsons has been season 10 onwards. Season 10 to about season 14, as far as I'm aware, from what I've been looking at. It's like, I've generally considered some of the worst seasons. Like, oh. No, actually, no, it's not season 10. I mean, it's a season 14 onwards to like season 19. I don't know. I don't know. I'm confusing myself now. Is this a gnome? After learning the plot to Toy Story 5, I don't think I would enjoy it. What's the plot to Toy Story 5? Wait, they made a Toy Story 4! To be fair, I never liked Toy Story, so forgive me. Forgive, it's meant to be a mushroom, but I think it has a little face. Come on, show the face. Show me the plot. What is a plot that has no name? Oh no, it doesn't want to focus. It's too tiny of a piece, I suppose. Too shiny. Yeah, we made a Toy Story 5 and 50% of Peak 4. Okay, it looks like a little gnome. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Come on, show them the gnome. Okay, guess just about see its mustache. Wait, focus for like just a second while I was moving. Let me find where it wants to focus. If only I could hold my hands more still and they weren't so shaky. No. Oh, never mind. It's getting even worse. It's getting even worse. I wonder if I can find it in the book, which is I dropped on the floor. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's not much better. There you go. Yeah, you can see, kind of see it's got a face. It's got a face! A brisk rundown on plot to Toy Story 5 is the kid doesn't want to play with toys anymore because iPad. That makes no sense. iPads suck. If a kid's obsessed with iPad, that's just because you're not giving them good enough stuff. You spend a load of money on an iPad when you could have spent much less money on a much better device that has way better apps on it. I can run them. Like, actually run them. Like, dude, do you even know what I'm on about? Of course you don't, because you thought an iPad was a good idea. Who even likes iPads? No one. You know what phone? You know what type of computer Mr. John Applehas, Samsung Galaxy. No, he has a Motorola. No, he just has original Nokia. If that would have been funny, Nokia. No, Motorola would have been funnier. I don't think anyone would expect Motorola. See you, General everyone. Okay, good night, Elite Trainer. Dream of cupcakes. Dream of cupcakes. Rah! And dream of this lovely fella. Look at this lovely fella. He wants to give you a gift. Here you go. Definitely no nightmares if you dream of him. Only sweet, brilliant dreams. Like, amazing. How did you stop having nightmares? Well, I just started dreaming of this troll, you know. He eats people. It's like, we said stopped having nightmares, not more. No, that's not a nightmare. It's a beautiful little troll. You like trolls? Love trolls. Love trolls. I like to eat people. Like me. iPad kids equal daycare. Yeah, but no, iPads are expensive though. You don't need an iPad. So many better things you can get. Get them a Steam Deck. Get them a Nintendo Switch. Seriously. If you can get them a Nintendo Switch, it's cheaper than getting them an iPad. It's generally a little more robust than the iPad, because it is designed for children to play with it. You're not going to have the same problem with the gacha mechanics in games catching your kids as easily, because it has more child safety features. And you're less likely to have your kid running across games that are bad because of, you know, child safety features. And it's generally much more intuitive for gameplay. And it also, because of how the controller is set up, it gives some more exercise. And also just the Switch is awesome. It's cheap. Okay, some of the games are really expensive on the Switch, mind you, but still. What I'd advise over the iPad. Give my kids a Steam account, only plays Warframe. Okay, now that's on you. Okay, don't let your kids play League of Legends. If that's happening, then I'm sorry you failed as parents. Now, I'm not allowed to make those jokes. I don't actually play. I only make those jokes because I know people who play League of Legends and they make those jokes. The most I've done is watch... Wait, is Arcane League of Legends? Yeah, that's a League of Legends, isn't it? I get confused sometimes between Overwatch and League of Legends and COD and stuff. I'm not really into that sort of games. And, or what's it called? CSGO or something like that? Isn't that one of those things? Makes them play Adventure Quest. Okay, that's a good one. Adventure Quest is sweet. It's amazing. It's what you want your kids to be playing, eh? Alright. If you're not playing Adventure Quest, what are your kids doing? Did you really have kids if you're not playing Adventure Quest? Ooh, idea. Wrap this thing around his leg. Oh yeah. Oh, I see is I actually know someone. There's a bunch of kids. Quite young. I say know someone. She's literally my family. She's a relative. And she talks about like, you know, okay, she lets her kids use iPads and stuff. I'm like, why don't you just let them have a Switch? She's like, oh, for just when I'm encouraging them to game, it's like you encourage them to do games and go on social networks if you're just give them your iPad. Give them a Switch, it's cheaper. You complain about money. Why are you buying iPads? And why are you indulging them by buying the latest iPads every single time? Stop it, you silly person. Just get them addicted to Pokemon. And to Mario. Me and my partner have already made a decision to not let our kids ever have an iPad. Oh. Kids. I'd never have a kid. They're gonna touch my Warhammer and break it. Not allowed. Okay, here's a big troll. Very big troll. Very big. He looks very big here. He looks a lot smaller next to the dragonfly when we put him down. Oh, it's a sad part. And this guy could actually kill this guy pretty easily. Like, he kill that. He would struggle to kill him. This tiny man on a shield. Him. Versus a guy whose hand is bigger than him. Yeah, this guy wins. Tiny dude wins. Tiny? What do you mean tiny? Going in the book. Act. I wonder how many times I can make going in the book joke. There we go. There we go. Whoops. Yay. Get rid of a dragon, it's too big. It's cramping up the style. There we go. Now he's a big dude. Now he's the biggest guy in the block. And he's a secret weapon of my orc war boss. What did we call him? What did I call him? Soggin Face Smasher, that's it. Soggin Face Smasher. And he's like nose slasher or cutter or something like that. Nose snatcher. Okay. So there you go. We've looked at all the boxes of the orcs and the goblins. They were cool. They're very cool. And we've looked at we built a troll. We've built a troll. And I showed off the things that I built earlier because I'm blue petering up in here. Blue petering. And then that goes over with this. Where's your box? Here we go. Oops, I just whacked the microphone. Got to raise a kid on for PS2. That's how I was raised, apparently. That's how I was raised for years. I was one of those families that I had a PS... We had a PS1 for years, and then we finally got a PS2. After the PS3 was like way got out. And then I just like had the PS2. I still got it. I actually moved where I was keeping it yesterday. Okay. There you go. I'm a bit tired. I'm a bit exhausted. Oh. I still have my PS from launch. Oh my gosh. Mine's not a from launch at all. Mine's just like, you know, just PS2. Just a random one. I did get a PS4 eventually, do you know? To play Spider-Man on. I was second hand when they bought out the Spider-Man game. Before that, I got an Xbox 360, then I got two, and both of them were like after the Xbox One came out. And once my first Xbox 360 broke, I'm like, parents, don't buy me another one, you're just gonna get ripped off. And they got ripped off. Came with because they decided to buy me another one. I'm like, you know, an Xbox 360 is not that important. Xbox One's been out since before we got our own Xbox 360, so... No, but they've looked really hard to find one that came with Gears of War and a bunch of other games. They paid as much, I think they paid as much as like an Xbox One. It's like, oh. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh my gosh, look at. I was gonna say, look how happy he is. But your hammer fell off. Oh my gosh. I was about to show you his happy little face, his happy smelly face. This is what happens when you don't have a shower for 3 days in a row. Or bath. Yeah, you become as happy as him. Look at that happy face. Look how happy he is. He's got a big smile. Like, oh yeah. I've got a spider on my shoulder. Yeah, I'm living the good life. And look at me, I got fish. Loot on my back. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, I'm tired. I'm actually tired, but I go to love heart, you guys. Look at my Vic glove. Look how Vic it is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm so shiny. I'm so pale. Wah! Wah! Everyone's ill today. I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna lean back. I'm gonna lean back into my chair. Pale and shiny. I'm pale and shiny. I'm Scottish. I'm meant to be pale and shiny. How come that's just like... I do not understand my boss lady overlay at all. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna Google my boss lady overlay right now. Just to check what happened to it. What happened to you? Dashboard. Overlays. Overlays. Boss lady overlay. Edit. Settings. Position and size. Okay, no, everything's the correct size and stuff. Yeah, everything's the correct size and stuff. Right, let me check into here. Hello, Talan, how you doing? Yeah, it's the correct size too. Yo, are you winning? Yeah, we built one guy. We built one guy today. Actually, I built more guys. I'm leaning back because I'm exhausted right now. I'm going to be careful because last time I picked him up, a piece fell off. But we built the happy guy. He doesn't have showers. He doesn't. This is what happens if you don't have a shower for 3 days. You grow barnacles. You get little spiders on your back that have barnacles and warts of their own. Mushrooms grow from you. Oh, and you become really happy. Look at a big smile. Look at that. Look at that big grin. He's like me for real, for real. Yeah, this is the big troll. I think you missed much of my lore. Basically, this man is sogging War Boss, sogging Face Smasher. And this is his pal, Nose Snatcher, I think his name is. Or is it sogging Face Basher and he's Nose Smasher? No, he's sogging Face Basher, Face Basher, yeah. Yeah, and one day he saw this troll going doo-da-la-la-la, doo-da-la-la-la-la-la. And I was like, come on, guys, get that boss. And he was like, ah, captured. And he got captured. And he's like, I've got a big troll now. I'm going to use him to attack the dwarves. Yeah. It's like, you could have just asked. I'd have been happy to do that. It's like, I don't know. Sorry. So anyway, he took his dwarf. He took his army, his host, his war host. Just wanted to properly thank you for the stream. Thank you for coming to the stream. Waiting for the end the episode part. And this guy is like, I've got a troll now and an army, but also a troll. This gives me the upper hand over dwarves. And he's like, I can easily beat the troll. And then he's like, haha, but the troll is just a distraction. I'm the real danger. And then eventually when my Grombindil model arrives, we're going to convert it into a normal dwarf. In fact, the Grombindil dwarf's going to be like, wah, pooh. It's like, oh, you've defeated me. Oh. Actually, no, it's like a 50-50 chance. Like like the second dwarf king is like a hard counter to this guy, but this guy's a hard counter to him. But they're both really, really good against most other things. Like, he could easily kill a troll, but he could also just wipe his way through like 20 orc units without much difficulty. He could easily kill pretty much like 50 dwarf units and this guy, but then there's another dwarf that's going to be really good at killing him. Yeah. Specifically good at wiping out this dude. So yeah. Yeah, I wanted him to, but then I was looking at the modern rules for old world, the new stuff, rather than looking at the old rules. It's also, I was using the old rules and fan rules to like design the armies and the lore and stuff I was going to use, but then I found I managed to get a hold of the actual official rules of the old world now, and characters are nowhere near as fun and powerful anymore. They just definitely designed the game to kind of tone down how powerful these dudes can be without big monsters. I just make them big targets. So I mean, I can make him so he's super hard to kill, but he's not as good at killing others. So like on average, this guy would take 15 turns to kill this dude, and this dude would take 15 turns to kill that dude. But the game only lasts like 5 turns. I can make it so it would take 6 turns for him to kill him, and 6 turns for him to kill him. But again, it just means that they're kind of just very evenly matched, and neither of them are very good at just slaughtering their way through hordes of units. And it's like, and neither of them are going to be, and like he's not going to be specifically really good at getting rid of a troll either. But troll's not going to be specifically really good at getting rid of him. They're just like, I don't know. It's still good. But it's like comparing, I don't know what to compare it to. It's like comparing characters in Warhammer Total War to characters in for other Total War games. Single entity units. Like original Warhammer Fantasy characters were like Warhammer Total War, just one-man doom stats. Now they're more like other games where single entity is still pretty significant, it's just not going to be the game changer. So I'm pretty sad about that. But yeah. Oh, found a bit of plastic. But yeah, so that's why I have a Wyvern out here. Because it's like, okay, if I put him on a Wyvern, I can actually get him back to being the danger. For real danger. If this guy was a distraction Carnifex, now he is actually powerful. But now that thing's no longer the distraction. Because this guy is too big, he's his own distraction now. And also, that like doesn't compete with my lore that well, because he's like meant to be a small war boss. He's not super powerful. He's just got some cool dwarven armor. And he is an orc war boss still. And he's just got a small tribe. It doesn't really make much sense for him to have a big Wyvern. But maybe we'll give him a Wyvern. I don't know. I've not decided yet. You know. But I guess at this point we should be ending the stream. So good night and goodbye, everybody. Big heart. Wait. I went off a hand cam. Oh my gosh, I am tired. Big hearts. Thanks for coming to the stream, everyone. We'll end it now. Remember to look after yourselves. What else is there? Sleep well, dream of cupcakes, eat good food, work hard, play hard, all of that fun stuff. Bye bye. Love you all. Wait. Bye. Bye. I'm a silly person. Oh no, that's not ending it. There we go.